In one of the old cafes of Amman, a man with unfamiliar features sat quietly. He wore a white robe that covered him from neck to toe, and his gleaming eyes scanned the surroundings as if searching for something lost. A young man named Laith approached him, a university student studying anthropology, fascinated by myths and forgotten tales. Jokingly, he asked, "Did you lose your way into the wrong century?" The man smiled and replied in a calm voice, "No, I've arrived at the time I've been searching for." And so a long conversation began between them. The strange man told Laith that he was from the city of Sand, a city that only appears once every 100 years, deep in the empty quarter desert, and vanishes an hour after it emerges. It can only be seen by those who know its secret, or are chosen to witness it. At the end of their conversation, the man handed Laith a pendant made of a strange sandstone, carved with a circular symbol. He said, "On the fourth night of the coming full moon, go to the Dune of Silence, and you will understand the rest." Abbas Laith thought it was just a legend, but he began to notice something strange. Everyone who touched the pendant had the same dream: a golden desert, a city with glass domes, and people with silver eyes who did not speak, yet were understood. Laith began searching for the Dune of Silence and discovered that it was an old name for a remote area on the border between Yemen and Oman. He decided to travel there alone, despite his friends' warnings. On the appointed night, Laith stood atop the sandy dune, the sky overflowing with stars. Suddenly, the wind began swirling the sand in reverse, as if time itself were winding backward. Within minutes, a vast city appeared before him, made of glass and gold, with minarets that emitted music, trees that moved as if they were breathing, and roads that lit up beneath his every step. He was allowed into the city without being questioned, and the people there did not speak. Yet every thought in his mind was understood, as if they were reading his consciousness. A woman with a glowing face said to him, "We are the children of the first knowledge. We are those who lived before languages were divided. We are the ones who knew that silence is the most profound conversation." Laith was told that the city of Sand had been built by a civilization older than history itself, one that united the greatest minds of both humankind and the stars. The city held all the secrets of the universe, but its inhabitants chose to hide them from the world, believing humanity was not yet ready. The city's elder said to him, "We open ourselves once every century to test if humankind has become ready for the truth. Sadly, each time we fail to find one worthy to carry it." Laith asked, "What about me? Why was I chosen?" The elder replied, "Because you still search without asking how much you will gain, because your curiosity is without greed." On the final day, Laith was given two choices. 1. To forget everything and return to his world as if nothing had happened. 2. To stay in the city, but he would never again be able to communicate with the outside world. The city felt like a dream, but Laith knew that the wisdom he had received needed to be shared. So he chose to return, even though he knew he would forget everything the moment he left. He woke up in a modest hotel in Salalah, with no clear memories, but in his pocket, he found the pendant, and from that day on, he began to write stories, tales he couldn't remember inventing, about cities made of glass and people who spoke without words. A European publisher once told him, "Your stories are deep and strange, as if you're writing from another world." Laith simply smiled.